Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Shutdoor or Doorshutter coming back to you with episode 19 of Skyfactory 1, and today we are just kind of messing around with a few things. So, I was kind of experimenting with this whole thing, and I've kind of figured out what the processing upgrades do, especially for the Stoneworks factory. So, here you can see that this actually, if I clear that, you can see it immediately makes sand. It doesn't make dust, it makes sand instead of cobblestone or gravel. It's kind of interesting, right? And of course, if we throw a speed upgrade in here, that's an efficiency one. But efficiency actually reduces the time it takes as well. So if we actually throw a speed upgrade in here, you can see that this actually will make dust quite quickly, actually, right? You throw an efficiency up there, and it'll be a little bit more efficient with power and all that jazz. But this actually is pretty decent with actually producing material. Like, you can see that this is every like 48 seconds. Well, about every 48, whatever that is, 1 second, basically. You can see that this is making a, well, would be making a thing of dust, right? See how cool that is? Like how quick that is. So that's kind of what I was experimenting with. I was kind of just down here looking at these, trying to see how efficient these would be to replace the pulverizers upstairs. I'm not 100% sure if I'm sold on this yet. I do have a set of 3, but I think if I wanted to do this, I'd want to have either 2 processing per one, which I think would make it a decent speed, or I could do 1, but it wouldn't be that fast, right? So, I don't know. It's kind of something I'm kind of thinking about. Yeah, because you can see how, like, this is normal speed. And if we throw, like, a speed upgrade in here, you can see it goes through every process. You put this in here, and it'll skip the actual gravel process, basically, and just immediately convert it to sand. Okay? So, like, this one only needs 1. I think with, like, this one, it could use more than 1. But it's kind of confusing because I'm not 100% sure, is it doesn't always work, right? Like if I take this out, you got sand. So I'm not sure. I think there only is a need for 1, but I can't really tell. But anyway, yeah, so kind of just messing around with this. I think I will be changing these out sooner or later, but we are actually thinking about something else real quick here. I think for right now, I'll leave the pulverizer system as is, which means I should probably put that cable back. So let's just take the cable from here. And we have some other stuff to worry about. So I want to start getting towards refined storage, but I also have a few other things to worry about, right? Like I need to actually also get enough essence to actually get the blazing blood system back up and running, because the crusher currently doesn't have enough production, right? Like we're not getting enough, and currently this is actually disabled from outputting anything to the actual mob duplicator because I need buckets of essence. So if you don't know how I've been crafting the nutritional feed, then here is what I've been doing, right? So you come and grab some essence buckets, and if you don't know, you can make a straw from refined, or not refined storage, industrial foregoing, and you can actually place these buckets of essence in the world. You can just right click with the straw and you'll basically drink it. Each bucket is 1 level of experience, which actually does not equal 1 bucket of experience from the other mob grinding utils, I think is what it's called. So it's not 1 for 1. So you need to have a lot more than you would actually think of essence to actually equal 4 buckets of XP, which is kind of a weird thing. I really didn't think it'd be that case, but it is. So now you just come over here to this XP drain. You can see that this has 400 in it. We just hold right click. So I think that's about like 8 levels, 6, 8 levels, and that's only 2 buckets. Okay. And then I've been just kind of repeating this over and over again. I let this actually go AFK for a while, like this whole section, because I really needed to get the essence, and I was tired of, like, you know, only getting a few. But it looks like we have quite a bit in there now. So actually, what I should probably do is, like, just create like a little section here so I can do that, so I don't have to just like traverse the whole half the base. But yeah, so let me get this stuff. I'll be right back with you. Alrighty, so we now have a total of 9 GM chicken feeds, which they don't stack, which is kind of funny. So what we need to do before we actually get that far is I actually need some lights. I need some blocks to provide light, right? I had a comment on one of the videos about how I should probably add some good old-fashioned lights in the actual mob thing, the mob farm over there, which probably wouldn't have been the worst idea, but you know, I kind of just didn't think about it. So yeah, now we're going to actually take some advice and figure out how to make some lamps, because I don't remember now all of a sudden. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, yeah, so I just need 9 of these. Alright, so 9 of those. And we'll call that good for a second. So this room over here to the left, I basically have an entire area set up for our exact purpose, right? Like for the exact thing that we're about to do. Which I'm pretty sure these torches wouldn't affect anything. But exactly where those torches are inside is actually where we need to place the... what you call it? Place the like the rotten eggs. That's what I'm trying to think of. So yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. I think this should be able to light every thing up, but I'm not 100% sure. So I guess we'll see. This probably, I need some repeaters or something, but we'll figure that out in a second as well. I think if I grab a redstone torch, we should be able to see what we need in the way of redstone. So if I just put it here, is that enough? No, okay. So yeah, we'll need some repeaters. So I also want to grab some wireless redstone. So there's Cyclic provides wireless redstone transmitters and receivers. And what I want to be able to do is put a lever here and have that signal basically transfer, you know, up here, so we can turn these on and off as, you know, needed. So yeah, you can see that there's only those two. And I actually kind of want to see, so let's mark these with cobblestone real quick here. I know it's going to be a little bit dark in here because those backlights aren't on. But is that able to keep the entire room lit? Okay, so not over there and not over there. Yeah, it's because I need to make those repeaters. So let me go make those real quick, make the redstone receivers and stuff, and I'll be right back with you. Alrighty, so I think I've got everything we need. I did place this down and actually checked what we actually need. I'm hoping that this actually will transfer a redstone signal through it. I'm not 100% sure if that's a case. I guess we'll see here. So I've got a lever. Flip that around. So lever, if we wanted this to, say, run with redstone signal. Okay, so we want this to run without the redstone signal. So run without a redstone signal. So we turn that off. That would be like the lights being off, right? So I think that's how we're going to do it. And then we can actually just go up here. And I'm pretty sure we just place this right here. We'll do the GPS card, mark that, and then we can just throw that in here. Turn that on. Okay, so we'll need something like that. And of course, we'll probably put repeater, you know, just for everything's sake, you know, a little bit of symmetry. We'll throw that in the middle as well. Okay, so that should be completely lit. Nope, I actually want to keep those there for a second here. Alright, so we should have a completely lit room. And that should be actually functional. Okay, I do want to get some like dark glass or something to put in here. And this doesn't have power, by the way, yet. I just haven't worried about that quite yet here. If I wanted to, I can actually run power to that real quick. And yes, I am still using wireless power, by the way. Not just everywhere, though. Like in this area, this has its own dedicated power system, which is over in this area. So it's like for this, for that, and for this. Also, I did forget to mention the way to actually do this properly, and I did this last episode without really thinking, is I put the casting table, you know, right here. What you could do is you can actually just put a pipe here and put your cast in there, and you can still just pipe blazing blood into this rod cast, and you'll just get blaze rods. I do know that's a thing. I just kind of, you know, forgot about it at that moment, and I've got, you know, phantoms coming after me. That's pretty nifty. There's a thing in here, I didn't know what this was, but you can actually see where this is connected. Huh. That is pretty cool. Alright, so are we getting... Okay, so I need to go put this down there. I was kind of more worried about the phantoms killing me. So there we go. So that should provide power there. So now we should have the crusher active and everything. Alrighty. So you can see that, yeah, this completely fills in this entire area. And this is a 15 by 15 by 15, or not 15 by 15 by 15. It's 15 by 15 by 3 technically, but it's 15 by 15 width and height. Or not width and height, width and length. Goodness gracious. You would think I'd be able to, you know, speak properly here. Alright, actually we need that pickaxe. I also have disabled the whole thing where tools do not break. I figured out what mod that was with. That was with pickle tweaks. In the common config for that mod, you can actually straight up disable that feature, which is what I've done. And I know that it can be useful. I'm assuming it probably worked for like Elytra maybe and stuff like that, but I'm not 100% sure about that. I don't know if it worked with armor or not. I guess I do need to get the rotten eggs first and the dark glass. So let me get the rotten eggs. I think I have enough chickens over here. I'm not 100% sure, but let me get those. Let me get the dark glass, and I'll, you know, finish this up with you. Alrighty, so now we have the dark glass. Real quick, the recipe for cyclics at least is this like black stained glass, obsidian, and you can make this by just putting 4 of that in the actual crafting table. So this is like connected. It doesn't have like a breaking texture, I guess, like not really a breaking texture, but like a I don't know how to explain it. I guess it's like, you know, a clearer texture somewhat. But I'm not 100% sure if I can actually break that without destroying it, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to come in here. Alrighty, so we have everything. So I just need my pickaxe. So we should just be able to... Okay, why are they spawning? Let me figure that out. Be right back with you. Alrighty, so I've figured out the issue, and I figured this out due to the fact that I thought this was going to be the case in the first place, right? So what's happening is on the left side you can see there's like X, Y, Z block chunk facing client light, server light. So the client light on the block I'm currently standing on is 8. So this means that Dreadful Dirt should be able to spawn here. If I go forward 1, you can see it's a 10. You can see here's a 9. So this whole radius, so there's like these corner blocks here from this light source, or it'll be low enough to spawn creatures. So the lights did not fully function like I was thinking. So what I'd have to do is probably place a little bit more lights. So maybe like here, here, and then go like here. We'll go 1, 2. So basically the corner of 5. So 1, 2. Of course, then I also need to place... because this room is like very weirdly shaped as well, because it is a 15 by 15, so there's not really even to... So just here. So like where I'm breaking these blocks, I'm going to place some extra lights to... And of course I'll place some in the middle as well. So that should negate the actual corners being too light. Of course this will be really crappy with redstone, but that's fine. As long as this works. Alright, let's go 1, 2. 1, 2. Go right here. Okay, so that should be... Oh, no. Right here. Alright, and then we'll go 1, I think, like here, here. I don't know. How do I want to do this one? Because technically it's like, this is a corner of all of them. So I probably could put a light there and then reflect that on this side. So here and here. And then just keep that kind of like pattern so it's diagonal facing the middle. Diagonal facing the middle. Okay. So that should be... That's solved. Okay, so those Endermen should die. There we go. Clear out that room a little bit. Alright, so you can see that this is definitely going to be a weird pattern, but this should resolve problems, right? I think I put that in the wrong spot, but that's okay. I think this might still be an issue. So let me grab some more redstone lamps here. And I will be right back with you in a second here. Alrighty, so that has solved the issue, I would assume. We can knock out some of these torches, and you can see that there is quite a lot of light in here now. I hope this solves the issue. If not, we're going to get swarmed again by hostile mobs, which won't be fun, but I guess we'll see. So I threw all the rotten eggs in my bag, just so I don't use them accidentally. But let's just break this block right there. Break this block right there. Alright, let's go here. Alright, I'm trying to make sure I don't like accidentally misclick, because this is all calculated and blah blah blah. So if I miss one, then I mess up the entire thing. Alright. Then the last one should be in the bag still, right? Yeah. Alright, so here go in the middle. Rotten egg. Right there. Okay. So the lighting should be enough to hopefully keep me alive here for a second. Alright, let's close this up. Get rid of this. And we should be able to flip this lever and have it go completely dark. Alrighty. So it looks like we actually have completed this. What I actually want to do real quick is we're going to quickly put in some upgrades in here. We do need to figure out what to do with this stuff. I think we'll decommission this soon. But I think what I want to do is grab an item conduit, or an item transfer thing real quick. And then we can actually call this done, right? So let me grab an item transfer node. I'm going to put it right here and connect it to that block. So that way we should output into here and have to not worry about items, you know, stacking up and all that. So let me get that and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I'm here in a creative world for a second because I actually placed this item transfer node down in survival, and I proceeded to break it with an iron pickaxe. Watch what happens. So I was like, okay, I'm going to come into creative and try a diamond pickaxe. Hello? So I think the item transfer nodes are a bit broken. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cheat one in. Not really cheat one in because I did craft it. And basically, go on with my day because that is kind of stupid. Not 100% sure why that's happening. Bug kind of thing happening, which is kind of weird. But anyway, just wanted to pop in and say that the item transfer nodes are kind of broken. So, yeah. Alright, so this is what I'm doing. I'm giving myself 1. Right? I just opened the game to LAN because I don't have cheats enabled. But yeah, so let's get this going. It is kind of stupid. I will only be able to place this once, right? So let's place that here. Alright, we're good. I think it actually deleted the GPS module I put inside of it too. But I'm just gonna go grab another one. I have plenty of those sitting around. I'm not worried about GPS modules. They aren't expensive, but I really don't want to have to keep crafting stuff, especially those because they require the crystallized amber, and those are kind of expensive. So I don't really want to keep making those. But all right, so let's just grab this, and then we'll just do this and see what happens. I think I also need to like force it to output in some direction. I think we'll just click onto the right. Let's see. Output. Alright, we need to do something. I can't delete this, dang it. Let's try moving this then. Let's go with... Actually, no. Hold on. I got an idea. Let's get rid of this cable. This is actually just temporary. Alright, now let's go grab an item cable. Alrighty, so I figured it out, and basically what I needed to do was just switch it. So I had it the wrong way around, basically. And that was just my fault. I really didn't think about it. I mean, I literally have like energy ones set up everywhere. And all of that, and I kind of didn't think about that. So, yeah. So we've got that going. I did just break it and give myself another one because, of course, can't really don't want to make another one, I guess. But, yeah, so I'll be right back in a second. Alrighty, so I have turned this crusher on, actually, because I kind of forgot to after creating it and all that. But I have put a universal pipe with a ultimate upgrade in here. So that way we are transferring fluid and items out of here. And this is going to basically be our main source of essence. Let's go downstairs and look at this. So you can see that, yeah, we aren't really getting a whole lot of essence, and we're actually not doing too good on power for this. So we actually need to check that out in a second as well. We might need to get some augments in there for the power system, in all honesty. Let's see. How's this going? Is this keeping power? This is keeping power. I think this is just using quite a lot of power in the first place. Alrighty, I don't know. So the power situation's just gonna be a thing. It uses like 5,000 FV per tick, basically. And that's gonna be like a limitation of this for a minute. We might need to get some upgrades in here soon, because I know we have enough lava. We just need to actually get some augments and stuff in there. I'll probably do that off camera. Real quick, I wanted to look at these loot bags. We get quite a few of them, and I don't really know what's in them. I've never really opened them. Looks like I got like some force arrows, a whoopee cushion. Let's just toss that off the edge. Got a chance cube. Toss that one off the edge. I don't think there's really a point in most of these. Iron pickaxe, take that. Take the force gem, that's not too bad. Alright, let's toss that. I like iron. I like me some iron pickaxes. That's what I use commonly anyway. Some bread. I'll take that as well. Chance cube, lead, cup of tea. I'll keep the cup of tea. Not 100% sure. Got some iron booties. Let's take those. Alright. Chance cube. Force mitts. Ooh, that's actually pretty cool. It's something you can actually make with this. Oh, fine. I'll take that. Yeah. Except for now I kind of destroyed that. Now I need to put it back. Alright. Let's see. What else we got? So, nothing else in there. Piston pocket. That. Force ingot. Another cup of tea. So this increases knockback dealt by the wearer, which I mean is fine. We can take that. I'll definitely take that. That's not too bad. We got the force mitt, force arrow, force gem, force ingot. Let's just throw those in there. Alrighty. Baconator, that's actually pretty cool to have. Another force gem we'll definitely take. Toss that. Some diamonds. Some cake. Some iron ingots. Another chance cube. Toss that one. Force ingots. Force arrows. Some more chance cubes. A piece of bread. A force bucket. Not 100% sure what we can do with that. Another piece of bread. Okay, and then we got one more here. Another cake, another chance cube. That's about it. It's actually attached to my fist. That is pretty cool. Oh goodness, I like that. Oh, we're getting more. I'm curious. What else we got? Nothing too fancy in there. A freezing doll. Take that. Alright, let me go put some stuff away real quick here. Alrighty, so since we got a force gem out of that, let's actually make this Forces Into You book from Forcecraft. It has been a minute since I've actually looked at Forcecraft. I think it was like 1.6.4, I think is the last time I've seen that. Let's see. So there's like things like bottled wither, portable wither that can be spawned in by right-clicking the ground with a bottle. Be careful though, as it has no charge time and will immediately start destroying the area. It can be created by setting an insert core on fire and right-clicking on the fire with a force rod. Huh. That's actually not right. The recipe's different, I'm pretty sure too. Like force engine, force flask, force furnace, force rod, infuser, upgrade core, claws. What's this? With the infuser, you can start exploring the infusions that can be applied. How do you get a force rod? The force rod is used to transmit various items and blocks. For example, you can craft a force rod together with an enchanted book. It can create multiple bottle enchanting depending on the enchantment power of various tools. It can be transmuted back into the ores that created them. Okay, how do you get force ingots? That's like a power system. You can actually use milk. That's weird. Force furnace. Huh, you could probably like double ores and stuff. That's kind of interesting. Alright, how do you make force ingots? So that is just gold and a force gem. Okay. That's not too bad. Wait, you can like alloy them together? Hold on. The grinding, you can grind them together to make ingots apparently. Or grind iron down into force ingots. I'm not 100% sure how you're supposed to read this. Oh no, it looks like that it'll grind a force furnace into those components. Okay. That's how you get that. And then you would need like a force rod and stuff. Okay, I was just kind of curious. I'm not going to go into that too much right now. But I was just kind of curious since we had it. We'll also probably throw these in here. I'm pretty sure... I think I actually need to like have actual like pork and stuff to use this, so I'm going to toss that in there for now as well. We'll toss our cups of tea and a few other things in there. But I'm going to wrap up today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.